Hey, this is Rocky Athas, the last official lead guitarist with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, here to say you are listening to the Queen Silvy Radio Show. Keep rocking the blues.
The Queen Silvy Show is an independently funded program that depends upon your donations so that we can continue in bringing you the best of talents and topics from around the globe. Simply go to www.fbrn.us, click on the Show tab, scroll down and select the Queen Silvy Show, and at the bottom left hand of our page, select the Donate button. Every donation counts, no matter how big or small. We thank you.
Hi, this is Brianna, and you're listening to the Queen Silvy Show on Fishbowl Radio Network.
Who's bad?
What's up, y'all? This is the Bad Man, a.k.a. Black Sheep, your host, Tate.
What's up? This your girl, C. Renee, your favorite co-host.
Oh, yeah, it's your boy, your co-host, D-Mo.
And this is your petite powerhouse, Miss Allison Denise.
And this is the virtuous queen, Nikita. Oh, my God.
And we're the Bad Squad, bold and driven.
Where we'll be addressing the hottest topics, giving you a little bit of that common sense.
Yep, and you know we got the latest news, gossip, and entertainment.
Get ready to party, because we will be high-fiving.
And don't forget, we'll give you a little relationship advice, too.
You can check out our show every Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
in the Gray Stream.
Bad.
On Fishbowl Radio.
Jump in.
Hey, my name is Jalita McDonald from the Jalita McDonald Show. We are the 2019 winners of the Sharky Awards for your live remote broadcast. We cannot wait to see you at 2020 Sharky Awards. See you there.
Fishbowl. Fishbowl. Jump in.
These things all start the same. I'll try to keep it short. When I know it is a moment and the word fits a tale of some sort. I'm not asking for much, just a story to fit the song, a dream to fit my life, and a road to lead me home. Oh, oh. I'm on my own. Till then I'll waste my time and I'll be fine. I'll be alright. I'll say what you want to hear, to keep the peace with white lines, writing the perfect song. Here's the part of the song when I wonder what I'm trying to say. Halfway in I'm insane, it's so wonder I've made this my claim to fame. Never been cut out for talking, though I do it so well. Only because I don't say what I mean. Nothing on this page and so much at home. I'm on my own. Till then I'll waste my time and I'll be fine. I'll be alright. I'll say what you want to hear, to keep the peace with white lines, writing the perfect song. My hands are dirty and my mind's a mess, but I'll keep strumming, guzzling my beer and flipping my cigarette, trying to bring this to an end. I remember when songs used to reveal myself, but now I'm struggling. Not what I expected from me, but what can I expect when all I do is till then I'll waste my time and I'll be fine. I'll be alright. I'll say what you want to hear, to keep the peace with
Did you ever think that you'd be here with me? 'Cause I was lonely. Never thought I'd be happy again. Ooh, for whatever reason, hey, you surpassed the season. Oh, we're working on a lifetime. Oh, you're my godsend. You're my favorite man. I can't contain myself when I experience your love. You're my godsend, baby. You're my favorite man. Oh, yeah. I can't contain myself when I experience your love. I was wounded badly, about to never love again. But God's grace saved me. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Can I get an amen? Yeah. Ooh, for whatever reason, you surpassed the season. Oh, we're working on a lifetime. Oh, you're my godsend. You're my favorite man. You're my favorite man. I can't contain myself when I experience your love, baby. You're my godsend. You're my favorite man. You're mine. I can't contain myself when I experience your love. You're mine. You're my godsend. Thank you for showing love. Oh, babe. You're my godsend. Oh, you came and rescued me. You're my favorite. You showing me. I can't contain myself when with all of your love. Yeah. You're my godsend. You're my godsend. You're my favorite man. I can't contain myself when I experience your love. You've heard that everyone comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I thank God that He sent me you. We're working on our lifetime, baby. I love you. You're my godsend. You're mine. You're my favorite man. I can't contain myself. Thank you for showing love. Oh, baby.
Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim. They have you running like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds, you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 Look out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live on the Fishbowl Radio Network from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, it's the Queen Silvy Show, starring Smooth Tim and the magical, magnificent, magnanimous queen herself, Queen Silvy.
Good morning and welcome to another terrific Tuesday on the Queen Silvy Show. This is Smooth Tim, and it is now my absolute pleasure to introduce to you the world's sexiest granny, everyone's favorite comedian, Queen Silvy.
Yes, it is me, Queen Silvy, and welcome to the Queen Silvy Show, where we enjoy some laughter, great conversation, and a little craziness from time to time. Oh, yeah. I'm very happy you're here on this Fishbowl Tuesday. It's a lovely day here in Arlington, Texas, as I look out the window and see the birds smiling.
I don't see him.
I see them.
any birds.
I don't see
I
him today,
saw
Queen.
them.
What
No,
happened?
birds, sweetie.
I saw them, and don't blame it on the hitting.
I'm looking
They're in
around.
her
I'm like, I
mind,
see.
in her
It's
imagination.
kind of misty out here today,
But do
but
you know
it's
what?
beautiful weather.
If I woke up in Denver where it's snowing, in Hawaii where it's nice, the point is I woke up today. It is a beautiful
That's right.
day in the neighborhood. There they are. I told you.
There they
Told
went.
you.
Oh, you were right. They were just behind the mist.
Those darn birds, I tell you. But you know what? Without further ado, allow me to introduce my buddy pal 2016-2017 co-host of the year, Smooth Tim. Hey, Tim.
Good morning, Queen, and how are you today?
I'm mad at the birds.
Well, come on now.
But it's all good. I'm very happy today.
Well, that's nice to hear.
But we do have a great lineup of guests. Oh, wait, you didn't say I was amazing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're worried about these little birdies out there.
Me too.
Yeah, it's hot in here.
I'll turn the fan on here in a moment. Anyhow, on today's terrific Tuesday, Queen, we have certified health coach, owner of Healthcare for a Purpose, and our personal expert here monthly, Tammy Stewart,
Woohoo.
certified health coach. We also have with us today, Queen, seamstress, fashion designer, owner of True Couture Fashions, Sharon Lipford.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show
Good morning,
today.
everyone.
Wow, we are having a Queen. I'm gonna ask you one more time. How are you doing today?
I am supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose, is 24/7, 365. We're getting around to it.
I tell you.
Yes.
Queen Silvy,
Yes.
you're simply
I know.
amazing.
Thank
Yes, you are. Thank you for taking care of our guests. That was so considerate of you.
You're so
asked them if they were
precious.
Hit the
hot
buttons.
and turn it on.
Hey, when
Yes.
you're hot, you're hot.
Yes.
And when
And
you're
it's
not,
not-
you're not.
and
that
it's
was
right.
just so nice.
That's right. And I am hot today.
It's that time
Boy,
of year,
I
hot
think.
and cold.
Yes.
Oh, I also want to thank everybody out there that participated in our Christmas
in
in
October.
October. We had 5 people receive wonderful gifts, 1 out of country, 4 in the United States.
Yep, it
I
was
think
great.
1 out of Dallas.
Yep.
Everybody else
I
was-
felt good giving every
I didn't know
week.
anything about it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's 'cause we
we've been
didn't tell
promoting
you.
it for months.
Well.
It was secretive. It was a secret.
No, it was
it
not.
Was not.
No,
We
it was not.
broadcasted it
No,
out
it
to
was not.
millions for
It was
for
amazing
weeks.
the turnout of people that just simply submitted their name or someone that they wanted to receive a gift. And every Tuesday in October, it just happened to be 5 Tuesdays, we gave away and sent, no matter where they were, a gift.
Doesn't that feel good?
It
Wasn't
did.
that
My
nice?
mother was so good at teaching us to give gifts.
Absolutely.
At Christmas, even if it was a 25
And it
cent
don't
gift.
have to be Christmas
It does-
to give.
No, it
Nope.
doesn't. It
With
doesn't
that
have to be
said, my
expensive.
P.O. box address. No, just kidding.
Gifts anytime.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Let me shout out some analytics, Queen, from last week's show.
Okay.
To our listeners in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, China, Japan, France, South Africa, the Russian Federation.
Shout out to you all.
And Bulgaria.
Wow.
Thank you for tuning in.
Shout
and
out.
We are
That's
so
a
happy
long
you're
list.
listening.
It is.
Yeah, it's a long
I'm
list.
very,
Fabulous.
very thankful. Very
It's
thankful.
nice to be worldwide.
Yes.
It is. And I want to thank you all for tuning in today for the Queen Silvy Show. Spread the word around because you're going to be able to not only hear our celebrity guest that is here in studio, but you also can see them and see some of the products and the fashions that our celebrity fashion designer who is here in studio has to show you as well. We're currently going Facebook Live under Sylvie Starks. So spread the word and check it out. I want to thank my guest here in studio, Tammy. Thank you very much for coming back. Always looking beautiful.
Always a thrill.
Always. And then we
Always
have
fun.
Sharon Lipford over there looking
Yes.
glamorous.
That's a perfect word.
Right? Isn't it?
So sparkly.
And I don't know what to say.
Sparkle is good for the gloomy day.
It is.
Right.
And do you see her face is sparkling? Can you
Yes,
see it
she's
from down
glowing.
there?
Yes.
Anyone in your family expecting a baby? I'm just kidding. That's what they say when someone's glowing.
Daughter is. I'm
Well,
going to be a 2-time grandmother.
See, that's what's.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You don't even have any wrinkles on your face.
Girl.
Right?
They ain't came out
What
yet.
is she?
Wow.
What is she doing?
So you spotted that, did you, Queen?
What is she doing? Listen, I want to ask all of the listeners a question, and you're more than welcome to give us a call at 214-556-6239, which is the number here for the Queen Silvy Show on Fishbowl Radio Network, or you can go onto Facebook under Sylvie Starks, Tim McGiffin, and type in and let me know if you yourself have ever been vaccinated, growing up in school, as an adult perhaps, or if you are for or against vaccination. That's what we're going to be talking about. It's a part 2 thing, controversy over vaccines. That is a big ordeal going on in the government. Some things is on a hush hush and some things is getting leaked out.
Not only our government, but all over the world.
Well, you know, as people, we do have an opinion. And I'm honored to have my first guest back here on the Queen Silvy Show, where we can continue and just share our opinions and our notes and things that we have on this very subject. So I would love to hear if you have. You just tell me if you have or you haven't. It doesn't get you an extra gift or anything like that, but I do want to know this on this terrific Tuesday. So without further ado, allow me to introduce, because she is empowering. I'll get it in a minute. She is empowering and positively changing lives of many worldwide to greater health. She's back with a part 2 discussion on vaccines and the controversy that comes with it. Certified health coach, author, motivational speaker, founder, and president at Health for a Purpose from Colleyville, Texas. Here in studio live, I introduce to you Tammy Stewart. Oh, there's that audience. Sharon, I'm sorry. Let me introduce you to the audience. We are fully charged.
Yes.
So we got audiences going on.
We call them the Samsung 7.
Now, for the first part that we discussed with Tammy last month is October the 1st. That archive is available. I advise someone to go get yourself caught up, go get yourself filled with information, get your own opinion, educate yourself. That's all I can say about the whole thing. When you don't know something, educate yourself.
Right.
And so that archive is available. You can go to queensylviacomic.com, click on the radio link, go down to October 1st, where you will see the beautiful Tammy. Simply touch it and it'll take you to that show. Or you can follow us on any of the podcasts available, Spotify, iTunes, all that. Just type in the Queen Silvy Show. So Tammy, before I begin, what I want to say is the Queen Silvy Show appreciates you and thank you, because this has been a 1-year mark of the Queen Silvy Show and Tammy Stewart, Health for a Purpose, collaborating, making a very big difference. And in doing so, what we'd like to do is hit it. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Don't take it personal. We just
so
like
we like
that.
you.
So excited.
But look forward to next year with bigger things with Tammy Stewart. We have so much in store. You are going to be amazed.
It has been an interesting, informative journey to
making
date.
a difference worldwide.
Yes,
absolutely.
ma'am.
So, Tammy, let me ask your opinion.
Yes.
Do you think that vaccines is the root cause of most health problems?
I think it's a piece of it. I don't think it's necessarily the biggest piece. The phrase that I think will be easy for everybody to remember is the poison is in the dose. So if you get one vaccine and that's the only toxic exposure you ever have, then is it going to kill you? Probably not. But if you have, as we talk about on every show, the enormous onslaught of poisons in our environment every single day. We're absorbing them on our skin. We're breathing them. We have been receiving them from 4 generations. So we're conceived with them. And they all add up. So if you think of your body as having a bucket, and for 4 generations, all of your toxins are filling up your bucket, then you get symptoms when the bucket overflows. So if you live in the desert and you never have a mold exposure, and you could probably handle more vaccine poisons than people who live in a humid area. Think about New Orleans, where there's so much mold everywhere, which is a toxic, a very strong neurotoxin. Then that mold is filling up your bucket, and then you could get one vaccine, and that would be the last straw that would that your body just couldn't fight.
That's crazy.
That was a long answer. That was
no.
fishy-wishy.
You can take as much time as you can to explain, share information that is so needed.
Because I don't want to be tricky and say yes or no.
Right.
Other people do that. We're not doing that here.
Yeah. So should there be a change in the timing of the shots to the young people?
That could definitely be helpful. Because think about if you throw 5 basketballs to me, I probably cannot catch all of them at once.
Right.
If you throw them one at a time, maybe I can handle that on a good day. So in a child's body especially, I'm just speechless. I
understand.
Putting all of those poisons in that tiny body all at once.
Mm-hmm. And when you say poisons, and when you say in moderation, I'm talking things like aluminum,
formaldehyde.
Mercury. Yeah. All of those things over time can affect people. I know we all know, and we've mentioned it before, about the controversy of whether vaccines and has a tie to autism.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere recently there was another discussion, updated one on that, because first they said no, and now they're saying yes.
Depends on who you listen to.
I think
depends on who's the
true.
study, I think.
Yes,
that is very true.
I like to listen to people who don't depend on the study for their income to pay their bread and butter. I like to depend on people who are coming from their heart.
Right.
Not their pocketbook.
Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of people out there with their hands in pocketbooks and things. And I'm if someone says, hey, Queen Silvy, are you for or against vaccination? See, with me, it changed because I didn't even know about it. I didn't educate myself about it. All I know is being low income, when you go to the doctor, boop, they're going to give you that shot anyway. They're part of that clique, and that's what they do. They didn't explain it, didn't say any risk of it. And I happen to believe that there is some in the system and having these being overlooked of other things that could be wrong, and that vaccine over time can help worsen that, causing side effects and things. Like I mentioned before, that the government has they have this act that they pay people when they become ill and sick,
injured,
from these vaccines. You have a story you want to share?
Yes, I do have a story, and this is a story that I've been living this year. So I haven't really shared this yet. And so when you were saying your perspective on vaccines for yourself, my perspective is twofold. Number one, I want freedom.
Yes.
I want the freedom to choose. Yes. It's not okay in our country for someone to force that abuse on my body without my choice, without my approval. And the other enormous thing that I would say is responsibility. You have to take responsibility for yourself and make an educated decision. You've heard my story. The reason I became a practitioner in 2008 was because my kids got sick. Well, before that, in 2005, so this is kind of a personal story, but I had 3 children, and as happens very often with women, as we have children and we get older, there's some urinary stress incontinence. And I went to the doctor, and he said, oh, we can fix that. We can put a bladder sling in there, and it'll hold your bladder up, and it'll solve your problem. And you know what? While we're in there, we'll do this other procedure. I trusted them.
That's how they're good.
That's what the average American does. I did not do any research. I did not take responsibility for myself. I'm not blaming the doctor. I believe most doctors are good, and they're doing what the average American wants. I went to them saying, this is my problem. Can you fix it? And they said, yes. I didn't take responsibility for myself. So they put a mesh implant under my bladder. Number one, it did not solve the problem because that was not the problem.
Right.
I did heal.
Right.
It was a hormone problem.
Right.
For me. There's a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, holds on to water. I had none. Zero of it. No wonder I was leaking. I didn't have enough of that hormone.
Right.
And when my body started healing and my hormones started healing, that problem went away. In the meantime, I have this poison in my body. There are class action lawsuits against mesh implants. The implant that I have has been taken off the market.
Wow.
Implants in your body cause autoimmune eventually.
Oh, yeah.
The body sees this foreign object. It's made of polypropylene, for goodness sake. I work very hard to get that stuff out of my house.
Right.
And yet it's in my body. Yeah. So this year in fact, today I have, I'm fighting a migraine. I have been all year long, I've been having a lot of pain. So that was my fault. I didn't take responsibility. So that's what I really.
Well, don't use the word fault.
Okay,
use a different word. You just didn't think about it, but fault.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And so for us to teach the truth.
I feel the same way, Tammy.
How many lives can we change if people do one thing, take responsibility, and make an educated decision for themselves? So now I'm looking for surgeons who do the removal correctly and safely. I'm going to have to go to either Tucson or LA and imagine and it's an extremely complicated surgery because the mesh is designed for the body tissues to grow around it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they got to take away from something to get it out.
So
that's a
I
serious
feel
surgery.
more strongly this year than I did last year about taking responsibility for yourself, making an educated decision.
That is so true.
And so many times people say, oh, the vaccine's good. People say it's good. Oh, my doctor said it's safe. Really? Have they done their research? Or are they just following along like sheep?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what happens most of the time.
Well, my prayers are for you.
Thank you.
That you find someone that has a passion for what they're doing, you know, because it's hard to find a good physician, a good doctor, a PCP and all that, because they're all in these networks. And
right.
Absolutely.
And I don't care if it's in the network or not.
And if I would have done my homework and would have looked in the situation, I don't believe I needed a hysterectomy years ago. You know what I mean?
They offered to do that for
me.
They
do that
like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
We could take that organ
out.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
You already did this to me. I'm not going to trust you to take out another. No.
But you know what? I must say I'm kind of different. I don't just believe what doctors tell me.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
People be like, oh, just go to the doctor. You act like they always have the best answer.
No.
In elementary, we were told that doctors make an educated guess upon what they think you're going through.
Right.
Well, so I could have a migraine. I can have this, and they can be like, oh, all of those are signs of prehypertension
Take
or something.
This.
And take this, and then they send something else into orbit from you taking one thing. I'm just not a believer of it. I've never been.
That is me right now. I don't
know. Like, I just think that I've seen people go to the doctor for one thing and come out with something totally different. And, you know
what I personally don't like is when you go in there and you talk to them about a particular ailment that you may be feeling, and they're in their laptop typing.
Yeah, they leave
and it's
out
like,
of the
what are
room
you
and go to
Googling what I'm telling you? I mean, you know.
I honestly think that's
they
what
do.
they do. Because
I've caught them doing that.
You can Google it yourself. You can go
I'm
to GoMD yourself. And
you know, I'm here to ask.
And
you're right, a supposed expert, and I do put my trust in my doctor. I better.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it kind of is concerning.
Yeah.
When they're out there typing
well,
things up.
Because their job is giving drugs. And I don't believe anybody got sick because they had a lack of drugs in their diet.
Right.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And I think God gave us the tools that we need. So when we talk about vaccines, people get a vaccination because they don't want to get the flu, right? God provided. What God provided is an immune system. And I commented once on Facebook that, in fact, I really want to encourage people to share. I'm glad you're putting it on your personal page, Sylvie Starks. I can't put this information on my Facebook page because they'll shut me down.
They've done me before.
Yes, they have. You and I have experienced that. So God provided an immune system. And so I commented once about that, and someone replied, some people don't have a strong immune system. And that's completely true. So that person needs to get educated and learn what weakens the immune system. Number one, sugar. And my post last week on Halloween.
We just had a talk on sugar yesterday.
Yes. Sugar weakens your immune system. If you get a chiropractic adjustment, how easy is that? You don't even have to do anything except drive there and lay on the table. It boosts your immune system 200%.
Really?
Wow. So if you're getting a cough, a cold, that first little symptom, go get a chiropractic adjustment. Quit eating sugar. Take some vitamin
there's
C,
things
eat an
that
orange.
we can do.
Yes, to boost
before
your
you
immune
even go
system.
see a doctor or physician
Exactly.
or any of that. You know, back in the day, it used to be, I got to have heart surgery, so I think I'll get a second opinion. You wait till it get up to like that to get a second opinion.
Right.
Now it's like,
You know what I'm thinking? Mary Poppins, just a teaspoon of sugar helps them. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Something's wrong with that.
That sounds
picture.
toxic now.
Exactly. Yeah, there would have to be a lot of good to offset the sugar.
Right.
And elderberry syrup. And I understand it's in honey, and honey's better than
elderberry.
sugar.
Elderberry.
But
yeah.
you can steep elderberries in things besides sugar. You can do a lot of other things with that elderberry and get the benefit without
That's such
the
good
risk.
stuff. Elderberry syrup is so
Yes,
good.
Yeah,
so
I
good.
gotta
And it
try
works
that.
so good.
Yeah, yeah.
You should
It's a
try it.
great
It's
immune
really
booster.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So, you know, you
It
think
tastes
about
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Now you
great.
want to drink the whole bottle. It's like, this is medicine, really?
So, I mean, it's something that you have to pay because it's just my opinion again. The government doesn't really want to see people healthy, doesn't want to see you healed. If they did, I would get a script for organic stuff or for the healthy, natural stuff.
For herbs.
They will just make things that are healthy cheaper for people to be able to
It's not
afford
gonna happen. You're
because
gonna-
That's the worst thing in the world for you to want to go healthy because a family, a person that has children and a husband or, however.
Limited
consumed
budget,
of
whatever
it.
the case
Yeah,
may be.
with
It's
your
hard.
family, it's hard to go to a store
Yeah, when
and
you're
get
paying what?
regular food.
25% more for organic?
Listen, they know this. They know this.
And
So
then
it's
you've-
all put out there for a reason.
And you've got this medical insurance that appears to be cheap, right?
Yeah.
But really, is it? Number one, it's not health care. It's
Right.
disease care. And in for my family of 5, we have not been to the doctor since about 2005. So think about how much money we have saved. And so our medical insurance is extremely inexpensive. I think for a family of 4, we pay $400 a month.
Tammy, there's a listener that typed in, her first name's Sonia, said, my best friend had an autistic daughter and now against vaccines because it caused it.
Yes, it definitely contributes. Definitely.
Shout out to you, Sonia. Thank you for
Thank you,
sending
Sonia.
in that
Thank
comment
you.
as well. I'd love to hear from anyone else. Your
And I think, you touched upon it a bit, is you don't know how your body's going to react. And
Right.
and when you go to the doctor, and I've taken my kids to that, I've got 4 between, so we've got 9, 10.
9 or 10 what? I'm sorry, I'm old.
kids and
Oh.
more.
You're blessed.
You'll
Right.
lose track. But in any regard, they, make sure your kid doesn't get groggy or have any, but they don't really tell you.
Yeah. Well, they don't tell you why, because that's not their job,
Right.
and because that's not what the average American wants to hear.
Right.
And so one thing, as we were talking about, does one vaccine cause a condition? Well, it contributes. So when we were kids in 1962, children got 3 vaccines. 3. Just 3. And we all have the little round scar.
Right.
And
We're
in
branded.
Yes, we are branded. In 2018, 72.
Wow.
By the year 2030, if the current trend continues,
That is
1
crazy.
in 2 children will be born on the autism spectrum.
That
But
is
what's crazy
amazing.
to me is they won't allow children to start school
That is correct.
without these vaccinations.
They trick you, though. In Texas, you can start school. You can get exemptions in the state of Texas. You do not have to get vaccinated. But they don't tell you that. My kids all came home, oh, Mom, I have to get a vaccination. I said, no, you don't.
Right.
And if anybody dares, they got this lecture so many times that when I get that, they Mom, I know.
They know you're getting ready.
Yes. So get off your high horse. because I told them, because there is a threat of people giving your children vaccinations without consent. And so I told them, don't you ever let somebody put that needle in you.
You might be surprised.
You might be surprised. It's not just in the United States that's dealing with this vaccines.
You tell your children, you have to tell your children to protect themselves.
Listen, the government has their foot down on this very, very firm, and it's not just here in the United States. I mean, even in Australia and in other places, you have child, and your child needs this education in school. You may as well homeschool, because if you don't take the vaccinations, your kid can't go to school. They're going to cut your funds or your money. They're going to make it difficult for you. So, I mean, it is what it is. And when we were speaking about the act,
yes,
that's under the 1986 Act, the Injury Composition Program. Now, over $4 billion already annually that they pay for all of this stuff.
Now, this is compensatory payments for
damages.
Damages.
For damages.
Yes.
Therefore, by definition, don't vaccines cause damage?
Yes.
Obviously, they do. Or that.
Is it 4? Did you say it's 4 million people?
$4 billion
$4 billion
that they pay under this act to
have been
people
paid out.
who has had ill effects and things from.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
That is very much a tip of the iceberg. That's hush hush.
Yes. My daughter was damaged.
Yes.
And that's why I scream at her.
So we talk about vaccines a lot. By the way, I'm talking to Tammy Stewart and also my guest, Sharon Lipford, here on the Queen Silvy Show. We're more than welcome to hear your opinion or your suggestion, or whether you are against or for vaccinations. We're currently going live on Facebook under Silvy Starks. I'd love for you to comment there. Comment on Queen Silvy at comedy.com. I'm sorry. We would love to hear you. I'm sorry, go for it.
Oh, we have another. Says, I feel better when I go with no sugar. I do.
Yes.
Keto, K-E-T-O.
Keto, right.
Keto.
Good for you.
Since May agree that overload hurts you.
Great. Can I comment on that? Let me
Yes.
give that.
Go right ahead.
Because we want to reward this listener for participating.
Absolutely.
So go to my YouTube page, Health for a Purpose, and look at the playlist called Stemnomic. And keto is perfect, but you don't want to be in ketosis for a long, long time. You'll probably start gaining weight. So in the Stemnomic playlist, we give you a few little tips, and we have an online program specifically for that. So with ketosis, you do it maybe for a month or maybe a season, and then you need to come out of ketosis maybe for a week, maybe a month, maybe a season. So diet variation is important.
Now, for us ignorant people, what did you just talk about?
Thank you. That's brilliant. That's a great question. When your body can burn two things for fuel: sugars or fats. And when your body burns fat at a high rate, it releases ketones, which are the best fuel for the brain and for healing the body. And in generations ago or decades ago, when someone got epilepsy, ketosis was the prescription. It was the solution for epilepsy until they came out with drugs. And now they give them drugs.
Right.
But ketosis it is so powerful for healing. It's really hard for some people to get into ketosis.
Why?
Because they've got so many toxins in their body. So some people have to do some work to heal their cells before they get into ketosis. But that was a great
one. Interesting.
Ketosis is low carb,
Shout out
high
to you
fat.
again.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad we have our
Sonia.
certified health coach here with us, because I had no idea what that even was. Thank you for
Now you're so
clearing
much
that up.
smarter. You're going to have to get a
So
bigger
no, we talking vaccines, vaccinations, and things. But Tammy, what's some of the things that the claim for vaccinations protect against? Did I say the right word?
Yes,
claim?
you did. Yeah, you did. Flu, measles, mumps, rubella, smallpox. I feel like if you really go back to nature, God's design, if you had the flu, how would I get that germ?
Right?
They're saying it's contagious.
Yes, the flu is. So I would breathe. You would breathe the germ out. I would breathe the germ in.
It's
You would
airborne,
have it
right?
on you. It's
Pathogen.
airborne, and I would touch you. I've been touching your beautiful dress all morning.
She wants that
those
dress.
germs would come into my body through my mucous membranes, my ears, my nose, my mouth, my hands into my mouth. Right? The body recognizes that. That's how God designed us, to say, "Oh, that's a flu germ. I know what that is. I know what to do about it. I'm going to fight it." Maybe I'm really strong and I just kill it and the host doesn't even know it. Or maybe my body gives me a little fever, makes me a little tired, it needs a little cellular energy to fight that germ. That's what's supposed to happen. When someone takes this vaccine and they take that flu germ, that virus, and they put all kinds of stimulants and adjunct, it's a really hard word to say.
That word.
All those other ingredients
Right,
in it.
right.
Those ingredients are designed to shock the body. How are they getting it into you?
Injecting
Injecting it with a needle. Is that normal? Does the body recognize that? The body says, ooh, what's
beginning
that?
of more
You've got
issues
all
down
these
the line.
poisons. You just put poison in me, and there's a flu germ in there, but it's not supposed to come through a needle into my arm. I don't recognize that.
But people that I know that have taken the flu shot get the flu.
Yes.
So I'm just like,
Right.
Yep.
I've
Well,
seen
that's
that
because
too.
it's last year's strain of flu that they're giving you to protect you against this year's flu that hasn't come out yet.
Which
Right.
and they can't even know
But
what
that's
this
the
year's
craziest
is. Isn't
thing.
that
Right.
crazy?
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Isn't
kind of
that
crazy.
So you can make me sick.
Right.
But you know, and I'm not necessarily against vaccines. I understand there was enormous outbreaks in countries, and that the disease needs to be controlled. Absolutely,
I'm with you, Tim.
100 with them on that. But now without our approval, without us even having a say.
Like in the state of California.
I don't like.
Right.
I hope I don't live in a dictatorship.
Right.
I believe I still live in a democracy
Right.
where I have some freedoms of choice.
Because they trying to take your
So that's all I'm really
Yeah.
saying. Give me a little
Yes.
bit of freedom of choice in
Yes.
regards to this particular matter.
Yes.
Now, if there is an epidemic, well, sure, I'll probably take a shot
Yes.
so that but is anything really necessarily, they try to say measles, mumps, whatever.
You know what? It's a big.
Prove that to me.
I remember back in the day, I probably was either very, very young when an outbreak of something that kind of, I don't know if it was
Measles,
or
probably.
something, but it was like in the early 80s that it was like a really bad outbreak of it. And things of that nature, I feel you, Tim, as far as getting it under control, but give people a option.
Right.
Give you
A
an
choice.
option or a choice, or, if you don't want to take the vaccine, maybe this will help. Maybe you can take this as a secondary cause to help from this.
Right.
Because not all people are with it or against it. I'm kind of not against vaccines, but I am against giving things that are more toxin to us than we need. We already have other things that's going on. So for you to give me something extra.
And can't really give you proof. They can't
Yes,
show
and
you.
can't tell
Right,
me, 'cause,
right.
my daughter, when she already had my granddaughter, they had to give her a blood transfusion, like abruptly.
Wow.
And I was super against it because my thing is, I don't know where that blood came from.
Right.
I'm not saying that you guys don't do tests or they don't do what they're supposed to do, but I am just a stickler for, I need to see it. And as you said earlier, do your research. I am the type of person where I need to see where this came from.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why I've always been the type of person where people be like, oh, this happened. Well, let me go read it.
Good for you.
Let me go find it out. Because
Good for you.
if I just believe everything somebody told me, I'd be crazy.
That's right. One thing
better
you
believe
said
it.
is options. And I've got a great website. It's called realimmunity.org. And the DVD is called Real Immunity. And it's all about homeoprophylaxis, which are homeopathics, which are a great, safe, natural alternative to vaccinations. So if somebody, because what you said is, I might want one. There are times when I might want one. This is a great option.
I know someone right now who's in Illinois, and she's literally fighting she has a little bitty kid, but she doesn't want to give her vaccination.
Yes.
So I definitely will reach out to her.
Yeah.
About it.
You should. I know various young adults with children. They just homeschool their child.
Yeah.
But
And
as
That
you,
shouldn't be an option, though.
but you said it
have
a
to
little
That's
earlier.
one of the options they provide for you. You either take it or we're going to take your money,
now
or you're
Sharon,
not
you
going to
said
go.
it a little earlier, and Tammy said you do have a choice.
Yes.
Just because you're told something, and you touched on something that bothers me greatly, is so many people look at social media, they see it on social media, and they believe it.
Right.
Well,
Because it's easy.
well, I
Because
can,
it's there.
I can put nearly anything I want out on social media, and just because I say it does not make it true and or fact based.
I mean, we watched the presidential debate, so
Right.
that shows in itself. It's on TV doesn't mean
That's where I go with that. Is,
Yes.
Yeah, if you have questions, and you should have an open dialogue with opposing opinions.
Yes.
And now take that opposing opinion, do a research along with your own, and how much of this weighs one way and or the other to make your decision.
An educated decision.
Well, I want to state for the record that we, the Queen Silvy Show, reached out to local organizations that deal with immunizations to have them come in and speak their say and their side of the thing. And that was Passport Health, which is here in Arlington, Texas, and they deal with if you're going out of state, out of the country with vaccinations. And then there was the immunization collaboration of Tarrant County. Multitudes of times I've tried to get them to come in, and I kind of sort of understand that when you're in that
business,
you want to protect your monies and things and your grants and things. Yeah,
you
so
still got to return to work.
Right. So just know that this is my opinion. This is Sharon's, Smooth Tim, and Tammy's opinion on it, and we should have opinions on it, and we should take those opinions and share those opinions and then strike that inspiration to go out and school yourself on the thing. There's a lot of pros and cons.
I would like to have an expert on the other side in here with us, and let's talk this through. But unfortunately, they
don't want.
It's a real touchy subject, so I can kind of
Very much so.
that, people would want to bring more heat to themselves. And
that is
Which
true.
is why our focus, our priority is freedom.
Right.
Two things. Number one, give me freedom. And number two, I have to take responsibility to educate myself. So the other websites that people can go to are NVIC. That's the National Vaccine Injury Compensation website. Childhood Shots. I think that may be .org. There's another one you can Google, Sherry Tenpenny, TenPenny. And she is a doctor who advocates against vaccinations. And then the one I already mentioned, Real Immunity. There's a new movie coming out called Vaxxed, VAXXED. And you saw the first one.
That was interesting.
Vaxxed Part 2 is about to come out.
Is it?
And it's about cover-up.
It was very good.
And cover-up inside the CDC, where research proving the damage of vaccines was covered up. And some people who participated have come out and come forward and admitted that happened.
Yes, like a doctor, that was really interesting when she was saying, I did it. I had to, people come in and give them a shot. But now she's changed from that.
Because she took.
And now when they come in, she kind of educates you on it and lets you make your choice.
An educated choice.
Yeah, and that was a big step for her to do in the medical field. So it is a good thing. Is there anything you want to add? I'm gonna share a couple of pros and cons here.
Okay.
They're weird. But, despite advancements in vaccines, 1 out of 3 deaths are still caused by infectious disease. So what is it?
Yeah, because think about our immune system. Think about the stressors that we experience. Think about the emotional stress that we have now compared to 3 generations ago. Although I guess, farming would stress me out. Right? So city living stresses out some people and farming stresses. Anyway, stressors and toxins. And so we're not as healthy. America is one of the sickest countries in the world. We have more degenerative disease because we're eating this horrible diet full of poison and sugar, and it damages our immune system. So we get sick.
So have you heard of Dr. Gupta? Sanjay Gupta?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who is a chief medical correspondent for CNN, and he's also a practicing neurosurgeon. He says that you're 100 times more likely to be struck by lightning than to have a serious reaction to the vaccine that protects you against measles. Now, I'm going to say, according to the World Health Organization, their data says that measles increased by around 300% globally in the first 3 months of this year, 2019.
In spite of the high vaccination
Absolutely.
rate.
Absolutely. Isn't that amazing?
So we go right back to what I need is a strong immune system.
Now, should the government intervene? Do you think that the government should intervene in our personal medical choices? Just like you're stating that we have an opinion, but what we're going to do?
Yeah. It's like it goes on deaf ears. Like, you know, we can say it, but, you know, it's like you can say it, but you can't say it, you know, because they're not gonna be for it. They'll be more against it than for it.
Well, you know, one of the cons is that vaccines can cause serious and sometimes fatal side effects. We've discussed that. Vaccines contain harmful ingredients, mercury and aluminum, and those
formaldehyde.
other things. We've said that. And it's just my opinion. I can't speak for no one, but the pharmaceutical companies, the FDA, the CDA, I don't think they should be trusted. It's my opinion. They provide good information, but I think they're backing something and that they shouldn't be doing. I don't think I would trust them to make or regulate safe vaccines. I just employ people to educate yourselves, gain your own opinion. If we get enough people with opinions, perhaps.
Yes, because
didn't they have a recall on a flu shot some years back too?
Yes.
That is ridiculous.
How can
Yes.
I mean, you know, how do you do a recall on a? What do you go in there and squeeze where they put it in your skin? Here.
How do you go like over time? But it's crazy that you said a recall for that because I broke my hip a few years ago, and they were trying to give me it was like a little small replacement in the joints that connected, and of course I don't believe in doctors, so I was like, no, thank you.
Good for you.
They was like. I was like, I'll figure out a way to do it. So I take a lot of hot baths. I sit and sit and sit for hours. Sometimes I watch 2-3 shows just watching, you know, on my tablet or whatever because the heat saturates it and it helps it. So, like, maybe 2 years after that, it was a recall on it. Like,
whoa.
On the joint replacement.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't a lot of people that got it. You know, but it was like very, very small. But it was just the fact I was like, see, that's
just like that stupid mesh they put in me, right? It's the same thing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's scary.
That is amazing.
So I will
scary.
keep taking my hot
But it made it through the FDA so that it was
approval
approved.
at some point.
Now, how do you get approval over something that causes obvious injury?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what about
Like
the
the
senior
mesh implants.
citizens? Sometimes senior citizens' immune system is already weak and low,
right.
and you're injecting with this about the flu. I don't know.
Yeah. And you know, I think if we accomplish one thing and to share truth and open people's eyes, because in the state of California there have been laws that have passed, and it's been one step at a time. First, it was they took away some of your rights, and now all children have to be vaccinated, and then if they take it one more step further, adults in California will have to be vaccinated. So in the other states where there have not been those votes yet, we need to stand up and say, give me freedom.
Well, you know,
give me
in
freedom.
some states now also, pregnant woman expecting a baby, they want to give it to the baby in the womb.
And what's natural about that?
And I'm like, wow. Can't the baby be born first? I mean, breathe it. No,
you
they're
start
ready
poking him
before
with
you
needles.
abuse it.
If the baby has a defect, like who's to say what can
that didn't have something to do with it.
Or was it something that you
Right.
gave me?
Filled
So,
up the bucket.
Yeah, so it's like, don't doom me before I get here.
Absolutely. Well, it's an interesting topic. It's an interesting
Yes.
story that can go on for on. We can pause, take lunch, come back, and then pause, go take dinner, come back. It can go on and on. And I'm glad that we did bring some awareness.
Right.
We were able
That's
to
our
express
purpose.
our opinion. Thank you for yours
Share
as
some
well.
facts.
But
Thank
there's
you
a
to
lot
those that
there-
asked the question.
Thank you very much, and shout out
Thank
to you
you.
all on that there. But now, Tammy, you have a lot of things also going on. We're talking about vaccines, but we're talking about your immune system, and you take it another step with your workshops. The thyroid autoimmune workshops. We have, you had one yesterday.
Yes, we have one tonight in Irving, so you can see it on our Facebook page, Tammy Stewart CHC. So we do still have some seats available tonight. You can follow us on Facebook there. You can follow us on YouTube, Health for a Purpose, and our website is Health for a Purpose.
That is
always
what's up.
sharing, and we are on Instagram also.
Okay. So is there any other events that you have going on coming up?
That's our biggest thing. We're going to take a little time off over the Christmas break.
It's much
and
needed.
Then be back in January with new information.
Much needed. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, what I like to do is thank Tammy Stewart for enlightening us. We didn't go off. We didn't break any glass or anything. We did very good today. And what I like to do I could do that because I didn't do it before. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to share some motivational word from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Don't wait around for someone else's approval when all you need is your own. Create your own style and let it be unique for yourself, yet identifiable to others. Simply start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. But of all things, do not be your own limit. You are the designer of your own destiny after all, and you're capable of amazing things. So go out and be your own hero, And those are some motivational. Thank you. Oh, I love that audience.
They're so good.
I could be at home and just want to feel good and just have the clap.
We have one of the people said, "Go, Tammy." Good information.
Great.
Oh,
excellent.
Brent Roselle.
Brent, she's going to be in Irving today. He's in Irving.
That's right.
And
Brent, you're in Irving.
Yeah, I know where you are, Brent. You need to go.
Wait, he's got his open jam tonight.
That's his excuse. Okay,
that's
well,
right.
we're going to connect you.
That's going to be Brent's excuse.
Yeah,
go ahead and type something other than
Brent,
that.
We're going to connect you with Tammy because the Tammy Stewart is such a blessing in so many ways. She believes like I believe, and she tries to inspire and give you the knowledge and the tools to help yourself. And so log on. Tammy, again, tell everybody how you can be followed.
On Facebook, Tammy Stewart CHC. That stands for Certified Health Coach. And on YouTube, Health for a Purpose. Our website is Health for a Purpose. And on Instagram, I don't even know my own name on Instagram. I don't know. I think if you go to Instagram and you search for those things, you'll find me. Yeah. You'll see my face.
We'll give you some homework. Go find her on Instagram.
Find me.
All right, she's on there.
You know what? I think if you go to my website, don't they have those little buttons? Go to my website and click on the Instagram button.
Yes, they do. All right. What's that? To do the story.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. What I want to do right now. Thank you, Tammy, very much. I look forward to next week.
Thank you for having me.
We have some more greatness coming up on the show today. Sharon Lippert is here to discuss some things on why did she leave corporate to follow her
corporate
vision
America
and her dream. You're going to find out and you're going to see and hear some great things. But because Smooth Tim and myself do voiceovers and we do storytellings over on the West Coast, our recent story that we did, we really put some acting in it. Okay, I was sounding like I was crying on this story.
I thought you really was crying.
I poked myself in the eye. Don't tell anybody. But the story is called When the Halloween Decoration Starts Bleeding, because we do gory little stuff like that on the West Coast. Yeah. And we want to share this with you since we're just finishing up Halloween. Enjoy. When the Halloween decorations starts bleeding.
Am I going to be charged with murder?
Just help us get to the bottom of this.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Let's start at the beginning. You were having a Halloween party.
Yeah, we do it every year. I mean, we take turns hosting and the whole block participates. This was our year.
So you're the one who set up the decorations?
Yeah. Oh, God, that sounds bad, but it wasn't just me. It was lots of people. I mostly just supervise.
Can you give me a list of who was involved?
Yeah, it was I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Just give me a moment to calm down. I can give you the list.
That's okay. We can get back to that.
Okay.
So, who was it that set up the scarecrow?
It was me. But I didn't. Damn, I didn't do that. I set it up the night before. Someone must have come in during the night and... Oh, God.
Hey, just calm down. You're hyperventilating. Take some long, calm rest.
Thanks.
Do you think you can keep going?
Yeah. Just give me a moment. Okay, I'm ready.
So, the scarecrow.
The scarecrow. It's our Halloween tradition.
Yeah, the neighbors said as much, so you destroy it every year.
Yes. Usually it's filled with candy and straw like a piñata, but the kids beat it with a stick and everybody has a good time. I don't understand. God, why would someone do that?
Well, it's too early to speculate right now, and we're just trying to gather the facts. When did you notice something was wrong?
Well, right away. I noticed the scarecrow wasn't coming apart as easily as it should have been, but I just thought it was put together too well. So, I grabbed the stick and
yes.
I took a swing
and then what happened?
And the scarecrow began to bleed and it fell over. The hat came off and we saw that it was a body.
What happened then?
The kids started screaming. One girl started it, the Oakley girl, I think, and then they all went off. The other parents and I pulled them all away. And we called the police and, well, that's it. You know the rest.
What interests me the most, Miss Johnson, is that you haven't asked about your husband.
My husband, he's out of town. Oh, God. He's gonna freak out when he finds out what happened.
Your husband is out of town. So he hates the Halloween party?
Yes. Me and my son are spending a holiday with his parents in Virginia.
That seems strange, a family spending a holiday apart.
Have you talked to him?
I'd like to hear your side.
My husband and I are going through a rough patch right now. But I don't see why this is relevant.
It's our job to gather all the information, and then we'll decide what is and what is not relevant. So why is your husband not spending the holiday with you?
We're separated.
Why is that?
It's personal.
Your husband said it was related to infidelity.
So you talked to him?
Yes.
Well, fine, then you know. I've cheated on my husband. I destroyed my family. It's all my fault now. I've had a hell of a day, so if you don't mind, can you please tell me what the hell this has to do with anything?
Your husband is in police custody, Miss Johnson.
What?
I'm sorry to let you know that he's given us a full confession.
A full confession for what? What the hell are you talking about?
It happens occasionally in cases of separation and where one party feels the need to punish the other. Sometimes, unfortunately, the children are sometimes used as a tool to that end.
Oh, God. Oh, God, no.
I'm sorry, Miss Johnson, but we've positively identified the body in the scarecrow. It was your son, Ben.
If you're an avid reader, love books, or want to become a published author, jump into the Mackenzie Stewart Show, Fridays 4 to 5 Central Standard Time. In the Gray Stream, Mackenzie interviews authors, reviews books, and has in-depth discussions with published authors, giving you great tips and advice. Don't miss The Writer's Edge, Fridays 4 to 5 Central Standard Time. In the Gray Bowl with your host, Mackenzie Stewart on Fishbowl Radio Network.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Groovy Gary, and I'm just letting you know you made an awesome choice by tuning in to Fishbowl Radio Network on FBRN.US. Keep it locked right here. Fishbowl Radio Network, FBRN.US.
FBRN.us. Don't forget to download the free app on your smartphone and tablets and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Fishbowl Radio Network. Jump in.
Have you been struggling with losing weight? Has dieting and exercising produced little or no results? Are you looking for a different approach with a history of tremendous success that has helped thousands of people not only lose the weight they desire, but get healthy and feel great?
Tammy Stewart, certified cellular detoxification specialist and certified health coach, will explain why you may be struggling to lose those unwanted pounds. She'll also explain why your blood tests can show normal metabolic and thyroid numbers, yet you still have many of the symptoms of an underactive thyroid, such as weight gain, chronic fatigue, digestive issues, thinning hair, depression, trouble concentrating, and many more.
You deserve a new approach to health that'll focus on getting your body healthy. Get real answers at her next free seminar. Contact Tammy Stewart at www.817thyroid.com for additional information and upcoming seminars.
How you doing? This is Troy from Wanda's Weave and Wig Emporium. And this week, we're having our Wacky Weave special. That's right. No matter what color, no matter how long, we keep all our extra extensions and put them into your hair and give you a whack-ass weave. That's right. So it's Wacky Weave Week at Wanda's Wig and Weave Emporium. So you come on in and get your head whacked up. So all you people looking and saying, ooh, girl, where'd you get that whack-ass weave? Mm-hmm.
This is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
You are now part of the royalty.
That's right. Thank you all for tuning in on this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show, right here on Fishbowl Radio Network. We had an informative conversation with the beautiful Tammy Stewart. We're talking about vaccines and the controversy that goes with it. I'm thanking everyone for sending in their comments and words pertaining to that subject. I just advise you all to go out and educate yourself. You know, you don't have to go to college to educate and school yourself on certain things. And when it comes to your body, your health, educate yourself and try, in my opinion, to go as natural and as healthy as you can. That's the way to do it, in my opinion.
For the body, by God, by God.
Yes, that is very true.
I believe that too.
Check out Tammy Stewart. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook under Tammy Stewart, CHC. And you can find her also on Instagram because she wants you to find her on Instagram. Type in Tammy Stewart. It's a game. Can you find her?
Oh, you can catch a part of the Facebook event tonight, see what it's all about.
Well, you know what? You can go to getyourhealthbacknow.com.
Getyourhealthbacknow.com
and get yourself registered. The registration is free. She's waiving all of the fees to help educate you all. There will be like monthly dates where she has her workshops that she does. Mm-hmm. Yes, but you can get all of that at getyourhealthbacknow.com. We're going to keep things going on this terrific Tuesday. I have a beautiful seamstress, fashion designer extraordinary. You know what? She's a jack of all trades, if you ask me. I think she put the GR in grinding because she know how to do it. She left corporate America 3 years ago because fashion is her vision. Now a fashion designer bringing her vision to life. She's the owner of True Couture Fashions and is it Unclickish? Unclickish. Yes. The movement from Mesquite, Texas, here in studio live with treats to show you. I introduce to you Sharon Lipford. Hey. Let me drop it like it's hot. She's over here looking so glamorous, though. I'm like, girl.
All this glitter.
I thank you for taking the time and for even traveling and coming to be here on the show. That means a lot to me. Straight up. But now, what did you do in corporate America?
For 22 years, I worked as a payday loan officer, lender, financial consultant.
You good with money?
Yes.
That's why you doing all these things, because you know how to bring that money in. Hello.
I feel like if I can make them all this money, I gotta figure out a way to make some for myself.
I know that's right. Well, you left it, and you don't have no regrets, I'm sure.
No, my thing was I felt like if I can work 16-hour days for someone and just have a minimum, I might as well work for myself. If
Cut that middleman out. That's what you do. The new journey for yourself began back in December of 2016. So what exactly was it that sparked your interest into fashion?
It was crazy. I was going through the worst time that I have had in my 42 years. And at that particular time, it was just like, you know, I was just kind of going through the motions or whatever. And me and my daughter was sitting at the nail shop, and this lady, we were talking, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted to make my clothes because my grandmother used to sew. But she was a very traditional sewer.
Mm-hmm.
She sewed only by patterns, and, you know, she couldn't sew things just off a whim.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew how to cut patterns because that's what she taught us. But we never really just sewed. So I used to always be like, okay, I want to sew. And this lady was like, well, somebody gave me a sewing machine and I'll give it to you.
Really?
Like, okay. Didn't think the lady was
that
gonna
was
give it to me.
nice.
Didn't think she was going to give it to me. But the next day she called me and was like, I'm at the shop if you want to come and get the sewing machine. And yeah, me and my son
Wasn't that nice?
Me and my son went in and got it, and I still have it to this day. It's what they call mechanical machine. One of the older machines that can be stored kind of anywhere. I have a couple of other ones, but they're computer based, so they can't just be stored anywhere. But my computer based sewing machines are giving me problems, so I can always pull out.
Got that backup. Got that backup.
She give me what I need. So I always wanted to be able to make things for myself, because when you go in stores, you see items that are for smaller people that don't look the same when they get to plus size. You know, and I'm very hippie, so my weight is more at the bottom.
Tim,
so
is the mic picking up from that angle?
My weight is more at the bottom. So when I, make things, I have to make things that for someone with a smaller waist and wider hips. So I specialize in plus size clothing because I know a lot of people, not just myself, has that problem with being able to find things that fit the right way. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
I used to actually go and buy many years ago. I mean, they say you a pencil. Bloop, you could be a teacher, but I used to go and buy plus size clothes and then sew them and taper them to fit me. That's how I used to first start sewing, or as a self-taughter, I was buy a shirt, and if that shirt was just so nice and cute, instead of me going and buy more of that shirt, I took a seam ripper, took all the pieces apart, and that became my pattern. And I get on the floor and just cut out and make another shirt.
Somebody told me that. Somebody was like, well, go to the Goodwill.
Yes.
Go find patterns. And I just, every time I would go in there, I would itch for some reason. So I'd be like, okay. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I buy wrapping paper, just brown wrapping paper.
Yep, and make that a pattern.
I just cut I figure it out. YouTube has taught me a lot, but I'm self-taught, so I just kind of, I learn every day. I'm still learning, but it's just something that.
So you never took no classes? Well, bless your heart, girl.
My class was always in my living room.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And putting the mat on the floor so I can cut this fabric.
That's right. I do that too, though.
Yeah.
You do what you have to do sometimes. So when you did it, the very first thing, what was the first thing you made and who wore it?
The very first thing that I made was a dress.
Okay.
That I took a picture in, and I probably have it in a trillion boxes somewhere, but the first thing I ever sold was a dress for myself. And the very first thing that I sold, which was April of 2016. No, 2017. It was February of 2017. That was the first thing that I sold to somebody, and it was a burgundy dress.
So you went out on a limb, because a lot of people are still holding on a vision to go out on a limb and do a passion or create something, or if opportunity never came for them, they created it themselves.
Yes.
So for you to go out on your own, because there's a lot of squirrels out here trying to make a nut, as they say.
True.
What was the biggest fear, let's say, that you had when you're going out on your own to create your own line?
Being that someone will see the vision that I have. you know, or understand the vision that I have. You know, that was a thing for me. Or it was never a point of the acceptance thing, because in life, you know, people are going to accept you and they're not.
That's right. They
For
gotta
whatever
accept me
reason
for who
they
I
may
am.
be, they may like you and don't like you. So I never went for acceptance. It was just understanding my vision in it, and I know that only God gave me this vision, so I know I can only perfect it, but anyone else can understand it. So just kind of understanding that this is just who I am. I'm gonna always figure out something, and everything is trial and error. You know, it's a lot of things that I make that I don't necessarily like. It's a lot of stuff that I make that a lot of people that I don't like that a lot of people love.
Right.
And that's a lot of stuff that people be like, girl, you didn't like this. I be like, no, girl. And I only wear something once, so it's got to be something that I really, really like.
She only wears stuff once, y'all.
Because
you
it's
don't
gotta
have
be
any
something
brothers
I
and
really
sisters?
like to wear it again.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do, but I'm the only plus size. They're all, and that was crazy. They're
Everybody
all
else is all
slender.
skinny.
It's my mom has 7 children. My mom
What?
has 7 children, and I'm the only one that's double digits. They're all skinny.
That's
Even
crazy.
my parents were skinny. My dad is deceased. He was 6'4" and I think a 31 in the waist. And my mom is about 5'2" and probably a size
And then
3.
the little ones probably be like, girl, give me some of them hips.
They got hips, but they're not as wide as mine.
I'm
They
over
got
here
'em.
like,
Only
girl,
one blessing in the family.
Right.
Yes, and I'm the one that eats the less.
That's all right. I'm over here like, girl, give me some of them hips.
I sure wish it was a way for me to transfer
That's
them
all
to you.
right. So now you've been, True Couture has been in business for how long now?
3 years.
3 years
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
In the 3 years thus far, because we all learn every day.
Yes.
But thus far, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from going out on your own?
Is to continue to follow your own path and to not let people come in and deter what you originally started out to do. You know, when I lived, before I moved here, I was in Springfield, Illinois, which is a little small town, which is the state capital. So I had a lot of time to reflect and think and jot and do things, you know, but coming to a bigger city, you know, like Dallas compared to Springfield, you know, you can get a lot of deterrence and you can get a lot of people that will come and try to take what you have and turn it into something that they want, but you have to just stay strong and just, you know, stay within yourself. So that's
And you are. I've seen you come in and state your say about things on Facebook, and that's how you're supposed to.
You do.
Keep
because
it
people
real.
will run over you if you don't.
That is so true.
Yes.
So tell me about True Couture Fashions.
True Couture Fashions is, like I said, I specialize in plus size wear, but it's not just plus size. I make all sizes. I am getting more into learning and teaching myself menswear, so that I can also do more things with those.
That's a headache, menswear.
Yes,
I'm going to just say.
it's so easy to buy something that's stretchable for a woman to get in because she may want it to fit a little snug, but
Yeah.
a man is not going to want no snug pants.
Yeah,
You know?
and with men, to me, this is just my opinion. When sewing men clothes, I think the pockets has been my headache.
To me, it's the crotch.
Is it really?
Yeah,
it's
to me,
it's the
more
pockets
crotch
to
area
me.
because you know that you want to make sure they have that room and then the lining because know,
Yeah.
if it's not a jean, all men's slacks have lining.
Yeah, so all
Besides
men.
a cargo slack.
So men need to wear more spandex. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Make
You
it
want
easy
some-
for a girl.
Look,
Make it
I
easy
know,
for
That's
her.
not gonna happen, Queen.
Wear more spandex.
No spandex.
Hey, Dallas football players do. They wear them little capri spandex with
They
their big
do
old butt.
all the time.
Yeah.
And I know it's gotta be
Is that why you always watching the game? And
That
this-
is absolutely correct.
Ah, you.
Where else
Here,
can
I
you
thought
see?
you enjoyed what they were doing.
Well,
you
you
just
know.
enjoyed what they're wearing.
I like the game too.
Yeah, where else can you see men wearing some knee high
Tighty
spandex,
whities.
just wangling all around the field? And, yeah, you know.
Yes.
So it is what it is. Okay, unclickish.
Unclickish actually
movement.
has
Tell me about it.
a birthday coming up. It will have its official first birthday
All
on
right.
my birthday. November the 25th of 2019 will be
November
Unclickish's
25th
first.
is her birthday. Turn
yes,
up.
it's gonna be Unclickish the movement's first birthday. I started Unclickish just sitting in my room on my birthday, and I was just like, everybody around here is so cliquish, and it's like you're singled out if you're not a part of a clique. And being that I was one of 7 kids, you know, being around people, we've already been around people, so it was never really a necessity for me. I don't have to have people in my space or always around me to make me feel whole. My parents did a wonderful job at teaching us to be yourself. You know, if they can't accept you for being who you are, then that's just not who you need to be around.
That's right.
So I do have a very strong opinion when it comes to that, because I just don't have a tolerance for it. So that was something that I noticed, and then with me starting Unclickish, and that's what it meant, me being very, very unclickish.
So you have true couture fashions, but you also have Unclickish the movement. What's the difference in the apparel?
True couture is more glamorous, you know, gowns and, you know, all things dress up, or, you know, things. And I also do dress down, you know, ready to wear as well with true couture. But with Unclickish, it's more of an urban wear. Okay. It's more of a it's like a good versus evil kind of thing. You know, you got the good spirit and the bad spirit. So the bad spirit is kind of like Unclickish, because I do more things that
bring it out.
My creativeness is more creative when it's Unclickish than just a simple gown. You know, I've actually made a gown that it's a gown in the front and it's denim in the back, and I splatter painted the whole back of it. So it was like, as you see this person walking, you see this blue part of it, which is the gown, and then the back of it was Unclickish. So it was like the good and the bad at the same time.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
So these fashions also is available to be seen somewhere.
Yes,
Tell me where.
My social media is True Couture Fashions on Facebook and on Instagram, and Unclickish the Movement on Facebook and Instagram as well.
You're doing a lot of things. How busy do you be in a day?
I actually be a lot of busy, but don't really get a lot of stuff done.
What?
I think when I'm asleep or when I'm laying down, which I don't lay down that often, but when I'm laying down, I literally think of a lot of the things that I may want to do.
You're constantly working and thinking.
My mind never sleeps. So I'm always like, okay, well, this may look good, or this may look good, or this may do something. So right now, I'm doing a lot of things that are like more gift friendly, because I'm a crafter too. So I do a lot of crafty things. I paint stuff. So it's nothing that I really won't do.
That's good though. That really is good, because when someone doesn't want the fashion, or someone doesn't want the Unclickish, the movement of things, then you have things that like show to the camera the bottles right there and describe and tell about those. I think those are attractive.
I was just one day making some home decor, and
there we go.
I was just sitting and thought, I was like, you know what? I have like gewgaws of paint. This is one, and this is the other one. And so I just was sitting down. Someone asked me, "Can I make it?" And I was like, "I haven't." So the same day, I went out and found some bottles, bought some bottles. And I just started making them.
You don't take no, I can't. You be like, hold up, wait a minute.
Yes, and the only thing that I tell people, I'll tell you if I cannot do it. You know, I'll tell you I haven't done it until I do it. And then when I do it, I'll show it to you.
So showing is what I want to do, because that is a very nice dress that you have on.
Okay.
This is a dress that you made.
Yes.
I want the cameras to see this beautiful dress that she made. That we're going to take from her when we get a sheet to put it over, so she go home and wear the sheet. We take the dress. You got a good look at it? Go ahead, do your little turn. That is very pretty. Now, how long did that take?
About 45 minutes.
That is very pretty.
From cutting to sewing, about 45 minutes.
And you would do that for someone?
Yes. Well, I guess because I know my measurements and I can kind of like eyeball it sometimes for myself. But with other people,
that's very pretty.
But yeah,
very pretty. Look at it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Yo.
Yeah, with different people, with other people, it's just different. If you're more sized like I am,
So if somebody wants something done, what's the process? What do they have to do to get themselves a piece of fantasticness from True Couture Fashions?
Well, you can also, on my regular page, which is Sharon D. Lipford, which is Lipford. I do put everything on that page as well, and then I, migrated to my business pages. But you can also inbox me on either Facebook or Instagram. I am in the motions of getting everything put on my website, to kind of like getting pictures perfected and stuff, because I feel like if you can't do it right, don't do it at all.
Right.
So
right.
I'm getting all my pictures perfected, and different things that I don't put on social media that I'm going to start putting on.
That's what's
this
up.
website. So
You let me know when that website is ready so that
Yeah,
I can
so-
pop that website out, because you're wearing beautiful dress. How you want women to feel when they step
And
out?
that's the reason why I started True Couture, because I want you to be able to feel, sometimes it's like I don't feel pretty when I don't look pretty. So for me, I want you to always feel pretty no matter what your day is, because we were always taught you don't have to look like what you're going through.
Right.
So when you walk
That
out
is
that
so
door, you
true.
need to make sure you feel good. And confidence is a thing nowadays.
Yes, it
you know,
is.
With the peer pressure and bullying and all the things that people go through, and it's not just for adults. This summer coming up, I actually want to do a free sewing class.
Ah,
I want to.
that would be
some
nice.
Crafting. Yeah, I want to do some crafting and I will open it up for children and adults.
Ah, very nice.
I've done a couple of etiquette classes to kind of teach different things, because I'm an open book. So anything that I know, anything I know, I'll teach you.
Well, that is great.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Keep that tradition going. I really love it. So there's something special you want to do?
Yes, I do want to give away. I have towels, just very different towels.
Those are nice.
This one says,
Always keep it classy. Yes.
This one says,
You can
be
see that
a
up there?
gold
Good.
digger.
That one. There we go. Yeah.
Be a gold digger.
Very nice. Do you ever sleep?
No. This one just says dope, and
That's
I think
pretty.
the colors were really pretty, the pink and green,
That
any
is pretty.
AKAs. This one is something that I live by. It
Hustle?
says hustle or starve.
That is so true.
Yeah. it
Yes,
says
very
hustle or
good. Very
starve.
good.
Because if you don't hustle, you don't eat.
Right?
This one says Black Girls Rock.
Rock. Yes. Yes.
This one is be your own kind of beautiful.
That is
and
nice.
that is very important, because you can't let anyone dictate your beauty, because your beauty is within yourself.
That's right.
And this one is,
Crush
it
your
says
goals.
crush your goals.
That is nice.
And then I also have some breast cancer. So
All
if
right.
anyone
Always
has
hoping,
or knows someone that was affected or has survived.
So they're
breast
so
cancer,
pretty. I wouldn't let no one touch them or do anything to those. Those are very, very nice.
Thank you.
Now those will be up on your website as well.
Yes, and
These
actually
go
gonna
for
post them
sales.
On, the towels are $7. I actually have socks as well.
All
Of
right.
the
Look at you.
some of the towels have socks, and the socks are $5.
The
So-
socks are just $5.
the
They're
socks
so
are
nice.
$5.
Everything is very affordable.
Yes, and this one, it says, hustle like a boss, but live like a queen. So,
all right then.
Yeah.
So how can somebody contact you? Like right now today, they're like, you know what, I need to get that towel and those socks.
If they wanted to contact me right now, they can. The best thing is to inbox me through Facebook, because I'm always checking it. If it's I wouldn't say text me, because if I don't know the number, I'm not gonna
Right.
instantly reply. But
Right.
you can always give me through
Message
Facebook.
you.
Yeah, Messenger on Facebook, because I always check my. I guess the people that you're not friends with, I check that throughout the day too, because a lot of times people will see things and be like, "Oh, I would like to
Or
be-
word of mouth.
That too.
You know, I found you through word of mouth.
Yes,
And for anyone, let me just say that if you've seen the outfit that I had on for the awards show, Miss Sharon Lipford here, True Couture Fashions, designed that for me, and it was rocking. I should have had it on today. I should have slept in it. You know how you get something and you like it. You're like, I just can't take it off right now.
But you know what? I am actually doing a closet. I'm downsizing things in my closet, so I definitely would probably have a few things. So maybe a weekend day that you're clear. Maybe come over and we'll go through a couple
That'd be
of
nice.
things, because
You only wear things once. I don't look.
Yeah, and if it's something I need to take in, I can just take it in. But yeah, I just have so much stuff in my house. It's just ridiculous.
That's crazy. But then again, that's kind of good, you're a creator of a lot of more things, and I like these products. Anything else you want to share with us and show?
I actually also have some mouse pads that I
now
did.
those is very popular.
It says, God shed his grace on thee. Sometimes you need those motivational words to kind of keep you through the day. This one says the same, hustle or starve.
So how much are the pads?
The mouse pads are 12.
Those are very nice. Very nice. Do you custom do things for orders?
And this is the Serenity Prayer.
All right. I
And
like
so,
that.
Yeah, I do customize them. I have one with my dad, and because he's deceased. So you can do a collage of pictures.
Okay.
And so, a lot of times I'll help people get them that, they have people that are no longer with us. So they'll just have a collage of people, pictures of the people.
I know also you had the cup holders. Do you have those? Any of those with you?
I do. I think I had.
I'm like, empty that bag of goodies out over there, girl. She's doing a lot of things. This is a perfect time for Christmas. The holidays is here. These are very authentic gifts that you should. Oh, if that's does that come with the mouse pad or is that separately?
Koozies.
Yeah, you can get them to go with the mouse pads. This has a mouse pad to go with it. Anything that these are just things that I come up with and press them to it. But you can put anything on it. You can send me a picture and be like, okay, can you put this with a prayer on it or something? So,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So, would you like that one, Mr. Tim? It's the Serenity Prayer.
That is very nice.
What are you trying to say?
No, I
we all need prayer. That's what you're saying.
That's what
I
I'm saying, because
understand.
I need prayer every day. I need Jesus.
That's right. You're doing a lot of things, and a
great
quitter.
leaders
I don't
really
see
do.
you nowhere near a quitter at all. But what be your inspiration to keep you going? Besides our bills, we gotta pay.
That was gonna be the first thing. My parents were very motivational to me. So my dad was like, I didn't raise a quitter, and it's a lot of days that I'd be like, honey, throw that hoe, just throw it all away. I just can't, because even though he's not here with me, I know my mom will tell you she's not gonna stop. Because when she has something driven in her head to do it, she's just going to keep doing it until she sees fits to stop. So I think that this is just something that I'll just be doing until, God takes me away.
Making that cheddar, rising on up, taking it another step, while opening paths for others. When you start schooling and teaching our future how to make it in this world sometimes, those store items is cute, but if you can do it yourself, cut that middleman out, you could probably make 2 of what you buy for 1 in the stores in there. And my mom, she had 8, so she had no choice back in the day, because you can look at her and say you wanted that name brand item, but she look at you like, and
you
so
got some name brand money?
right? No, she'd be like, give me the marker, I'll write the name on it. But she made all of our clothes and things like that, because that's how it was when we lived. But even when you start your own business, the challenge is finding clients and projects. How you go about doing that? Is social media a big part?
Social media is a very big part of that. Anytime I go somewhere, unless I have on like t-shirts and jeans, I don't particularly make those. But anytime I'm going somewhere, I'm wearing everything mine. So people be like, oh, that's cute, or I like that. And I am my
You are your billboard.
I am
you
my
are,
biggest billboard, because I am my biggest marketer. So, people like to see what it looks like
is
on
how you do it.
Because people like to see what it looks like on somebody. Because I can make things, I make so many things that I put on my mannequin and I be like, oh, Lord, it don't look right. But when you put it on somebody, it looks, once it's filled in, it gives you the vibe or the look that you was looking for.
So I see all these things that you're doing. First of all, before I forget, the towels. How did you want to do that?
For the giveaway?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. What do you guys?
So if anyone is out there listening and you would like one of these, the gift towels that Queen Sharon is offering, simply give us a call right now. Call into the show, 214-556-6239, or if you're there live on Facebook under Sylvie Starks, type it in the comments section that, I want that. And we'll make sure that you get this gift
Queen.
from True Couture Fashions right here on the Queen Silvy Show. And again, thank you all for tuning in. We are having a great time on this terrific Tuesday talking to Sharon Lipford, who is the owner of True Couture's Fashions, and she has a lot of things going on. I saw some shoes down there.
Yes,
Show me that shoe. That shoe is like bling.
I actually do custom beading to shoes.
Oh, look at that. Hold it to that one. Yeah. Is it got it, Tim? I don't see it yet.
Yes, it would have it on there. I got to get it up onto that particular
There
video,
we go.
Queen. There
Describe that for someone listening. What those on Facebook are seeing.
These are just some beaded. You can get diamond studs or regular.
That's cute.
Or regular beads, and they can be at the color that you want. I actually painted this shoe because it was white. So I actually
Really?
painted
You
it.
got it? You put the gray on there?
Yeah,
On there?
yeah. I paint the whole shoe is gray. It's just I put the colors on top of it. Yeah, I
Ah.
painted the whole shoe gray
That
because it
is-
was gonna go with a gray and black outfit. So I decided to just put the beads on
Now
it.
see there, now I wish I knew how to do that back in the day, because you heard of Buddies and Wasto. You know, you get the little cheapy shoes from the
Yep.
store growing up. You could bling out some shoes,
And
baby.
then this is another pair that I brought.
Oh,
so a lot
isn't
of
that
times,
pretty?
People that are getting married, you know, a lot of times they'll have like these shoes.
Do you do heels?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I actually I glitter heels. I do tumblers. I do all type of glasses. It was so much stuff, and I was just like, Lord, I can't bring all this stuff. This lady.
Well,
gonna be
I'm
like,
looking forward to the website because you have a lot.
I actually have bonnets too.
A lot of great things.
I brought some bonnets. This is a reversible
look at that.
bonnet. It says, I am beautiful inside and out.
Look at that.
And
Yes.
then
Very inspirational.
when you flip it in,
All right.
Isn't that
it
sweet?
says
That is very
Royal-
nice.
It says Royal Queen on
Now,
it.
what does those go for?
The bonnets are 15.
That
for
is
one-
very
if
nice,
it's- if
and
it's
they're
just
all
one- No, the reversible ones are 18 because I have to, put something on the other side.
Right.
So yeah, if it's just a single side, it's 15, and then if it's a reversible side, it's 18.
Very good.
That's a pretty color green,
It
although
is.
it kind of looks like a bluish, almost a turquoise on there
Yeah.
on this TV, but it is really pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty. You just a busy girl doing a lot.
I am.
A lot of things.
I
What's
actually
that?
have another bonnet as well too. This
Ah.
one says "Beautiful,
Beautiful
Goddess."
And see, that makes a woman feel so beautiful.
Yes, because
It
people
brings that confidence
they knock
out.
us for wearing these bonnets, but
Yes,
if I
yes.
feel like in this one just says.
I'm just saying, some of these girls I've seen in Walmart and the other places, they could be.
They need
that, That's a step up. Get that other thing off your head.
Oh my gosh!
You're stepping out in your pajamas. and,
Yes.
come on, girls. Represent.
I know, right?
So where do you see yourself? You're doing a whole lot in just these number of years. What's the big picture now? Where do you see yourself like in a couple of years?
The big picture is to be corporate for myself.
Okay.
To leave corporate to be corporate, and
Okay.
that's just how I look at it. I hope to be in stores, very much on clickish, because people gravitate more to an urban brand.
Mhm.
So I definitely see, and it's just in the works.
That's what's
A lot
up.
of times I can't touch it at the moment, but I
You got that
definitely
vision and know where it's at.
I definitely see on clickish being in Macy's.
Do you
or
travel?
Dillard's. I do. I'm actually getting ready to do more traveling. I actually have a photo shoot in New Orleans next weekend.
All right.
I'm going to do a Queen photo shoot next weekend, so I'm super excited. I've never been to New Orleans. So
All
it's
right,
super,
all right.
super. It's super,
I've
super.
never been there either, so I'm waiting to hear how it is.
Yeah, I've always
Don't
been,
come back voodooed or nothing.
I know. I've always been so afraid to go.
That's why I'm
because of that
afraid.
reason.
They be like, "Here, would you like some cookies?" And then I eat a cookie and I'm around here. Oh, what's
Yeah,
wrong
so
with
that
Queen?
was that was the reason why I never wanted to go
But,
there.
you know.
And then I was just like, ooh, I don't know. So, and then I seen a picture of how it is for Mardi Gras with the million people that be outside.
I
was
used
just
to want to
like,
go to Mardi Gras, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, it's too many people.
Yeah. That's what I felt like. But I know, Sharon, that was it this past August? I've seen pictures. You did a Queen Empowerment.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Did you make those suits too?
Yes.
Did you
all of
really?
it, yeah.
That was nice.
Yes. I make all of my photo shoots. I make everything. That
So
we
so
have in
you
the sh-
do?
in the-
Do you do lingerie?
Mhm.
You will make lingerie.
Mhm.
Wow.
If it was a request, I mean, I love lace.
That is
so. I
good.
actually have a lingerie party to go to this Saturday. So
shut up.
Yeah, I don't know what.
With your
lingerie
little
I have
busy
on.
self, girl. You just got them little skates underneath your shoes and just what they call them shoes, Tim Rollies or something.
Oh, Heelys.
Heelys,
Yeah, you know, just like I get tired. I just gonna Heely my way on in there. But okay, we're getting into fall. Winter is coming right now. Any do's or don'ts for fall?
No, for me, I don't really have a do's and don't of fashion. I think fashions is really what you think of it. Of course, you can't wear shorts, but I mean, it just depends on where you are.
You ever made coats?
Actually, I have. I've made
I remember
jackets.
my
I'm
mom-
getting ready to teach myself to make a pea coat.
All right, you is good, girl.
I just gotta find the right fabric for it because I've always loved pea coats. So
That's what's up. I had a pleather coat. My
I have a
mama,
pleather coat that I was gonna
my
wear
mom
today.
made me a coat of what do you call it when it come all the way down? You know,
trench.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she made me one. I call it pleather because it wasn't real leather, but she made it,
Mhm.
and I love that coat.
Yeah. You gotta come over one day so we can sew
I
something
love
together.
that. I love that. I'm gonna pull her sewing machine out. I just don't know if it really gonna work.
How
I'll have
long it's been?
It's been a minute.
Is it an older machine?
Yeah, it's a Singer.
I mean, it's
I'm
probably
pretty sure
a
it's a
mechanical.
Singer, and it's old. She don't have the book anymore. And I'm thinking I'm having a problem with is maybe getting it to button hold, to make button.
Yeah, see
it'll go straight.
Yeah, my most expensive machine, it does automatic. You just tell it how many holes it has.
Shut
You
up.
just put the number in there and it'll
Make
how
it.
how much
No, this sewing machine ain't that state of the
yeah,
art.
it'll do it for you itself. But for me, the first time I did buttonholes, I just sewed it on there. Then I just made the buttonhole in itself, and then I just sewed it on there.
Tammy Stewart got on there.
Oh, yes, she sure did.
Okay, well, then you want to leave that for Tammy
Yes,
Stewart?
ma'am. So
Tammy?
just, ask her which one would she like to keep.
Okay.
Type in there and see.
Tammy, which one would you like to keep?
She left the show and got right on the show. How about that? She wanted to see them fashion Sharon. I thank you. I thank you so much for coming on the show, and not just for coming on the show, but for traveling and coming and being on the show. That is an honorable thing. I do want to do a little game with you just to pick with your brain.
Okay.
Smooth is pretty good at describing words. Some things that we do on the show is called Sylvia Mid. It's words that's on a card, and you simply guess what it is that he's describing without saying that I got thousands of words.
Okay.
And Smooth, we're going to see if you, which I already know you know how to do.
Can describe these words.
Describe these words for her.
Okay.
And yeah, let's give it a try. Trying to find some easy ones because we used to be uncut, so some of the words are can't do them right now. Can't do them right now.
So you pulled the
Yeah, I'm
anal
going-
sex one out?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got that one out too.
Good. Okay, good.
Here, just start shifting those for her right now. Anyone out there listening, if you think you know what Smooth Tim is describing, simply play wherever you are.
Oh, this is so easy.
Is it easy?
Where men go to get their haircut.
Barbershop.
Yes. I don't
Kanye.
West.
Look at her. She is.
She's ready to go, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Iced tea.
Beverage.
Mix-a-lot.
Rappers.
Yes. Stroh's, Coors.
Beer.
Yes. Presents.
Gifts.
I wasn't done. I'm just trying to get them right.
Okay, what somebody does with their eye when they like you.
Wink.
There you go. Jeez. We're tearing these down. Keep up with us, Queen.
$200,000 imperial.
Okay,
whatever that show is called.
words associated with the zoo.
Animals.
Right. Exactly. Wait till I start.
Oh, okay.
How about where they keep the fish?
I'm sorry?
Where they keep the fish?
In the fish tank. Aquarium.
Right. They have leaves and they're growing.
They have leaves?
Yes, they have leaves and they're growing around. There's some outside everywhere, actually. Monkeys swinging them.
Leaves?
She don't know that.
Okay, they have branches. They have leaves. There we go.
Oh, okay. I thought we saw. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
No.
this is actually the deadliest animal in Africa. And it's the fattest one, and you'll usually see it wading in the rivers.
Snakes.
Negative.
Crocodiles.
Negative.
Alligators.
No.
She know him though.
Big old fat guys walking around. The deadliest animal in Africa, actually.
What is it?
Hippo.
I was finna say that.
Yeah, sure you were, dog. Just kidding.
People don't know that hippo is really
But I
the
didn't-
deadliest
when
animal.
you said big, I was thinking hippo, but I
Okay,
didn't think
they
African.
swing from trees, got tails.
Monkeys.
And they keep them in so that they don't get out and cause havoc. So they keep them in a
Contained cage.
cage. Correct. There we go. Okay.
All right. So one other thing that I like to do with you, Sharon, because you know you came all this way, so we're gonna do another thing or two.
All right.
Uh-oh.
And this is where together we are all three. Now we've done it with four, so we've never done it with three. So it's going to be interesting with just three.
Okay.
But we're gonna do sound creation, and sound creation is simple. I'm gonna do a sound, a beat, a melody. I'm gonna keep doing it. Then Smooth's gonna add in. Then you are gonna add in, and together we're gonna create our own sound right here.
Okay.
On the Queen Silvy Show. I'm gonna do it a couple times because I only know how to. Your snap had me throwed up. Hold on. Sharon, you blowing in there with your hot self. Come on and hit me with start me out.
Hit me with your best shot.
Hit me.
Okay, I gotta start.
Yes. Anything you want to do. We're so good. We're gonna come in on anything you do.
This is crazy. I can't think of nothing. That's like in Heat of the Night by Phil Collins.
Thank you very much. Now when Sharon leave here, she gonna be like, "Ooh, I can't wait to turn on my
I want to
radio
do
this
that oompa-poo-dumpa stuff.
I'm gonna get in the car and be like, I could have did that.
That's all right. That is what's up. Again, I want to thank Tammy Stewart for taking the time and coming in on the show. Sharon, I want to thank you too. Is there anything that you want to add or anything you want to say before you go?
I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity.
Did you send a message to Tammy?
Pleasure. It was a pleasure to be on the show with you guys today. And thank you, Tammy, for all of the awareness that you gave me and enlightened me on the things that I did not know. I do appreciate that.
Absolutely. Any shout outs you want to give?
To everybody that's watching, I do appreciate you guys taking out the time to watch and listen with us for this hour prior to 2 hours. So I do appreciate your time and thank you. And also hit me up, True Couture Fashions, Facebook, Instagram, Unclickish the Movement, Facebook, Instagram, and Sharon D. Lipford, LIPFORD on my Facebook.
That's right. This is the time for great gifts. You want to give someone something original, something unique, something different. Check out Sharon, because if you don't want your gown designed for the holiday or your nice party dress or your outfit done, she has the perfect gift that you can take to that occasion as well. And you need to hit her up, check her out. If you don't want to go through her, hit us up. We'll connect you to Sharon. She will be the one to make your dreams come true, but not just your dreams come true, make you look and feel fantastic.
And also I'm doing popcorn.
Okay.
So I'm doing various colors of popcorn and infused popcorn.
You know what I was just going to say? What about, no.
Yeah,
infused popcorn.
I'm also doing infused popcorn. So if you guys are having some kind of game night or just they want holiday colors and you want to get it and have it, yeah.
Is there anything you don't do?
No. If I think it, I do it.
That's what's up.
There we go.
That is what's up. Tim, what we got going on? We're going to listen to something and come back.
Okay, how about we do from across the board?
They're out of Canada.
No curtain call.
All right. Across the board is a nice hot pop group that is in Canada that was here on the show. They're doing a lot of things. They're about to start tour.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's take a quick listen to No Curtain Call.
All right. Right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
One for the road, two for the show. Last call for alcohol and lovers tonight. Band leaves the stage, bar shows her rage, erasing all the mysteries that hide from the light. No curtain call in this empty hall. Time takes its toll on us. Once in a blue moon, there's a whisper of the dream, rising from ashes in the floorboards and the beams. These walls reveal those memories of broken sticks and strings that rang in the night. Sweat on the wood, so misunderstood. Many would-be heroes have fallen away. No curtain call in this empty hall. Time takes its toll on us. Once in a blue moon, there's a whisper of the dream, rising from ashes in the floorboards and the beams. No curtain call in this empty hall. Time takes its toll on us. Once in a blue moon, there's a whisper of the dream, rising from ashes in the floorboards and the beams. One for the road, two for the show. Last call for alcohol and lovers to play. The band leaves the stage, the bar shows her rage, racing all the mysteries that hide from the light. No curtain call in this empty hall. Time takes its toll on us. No curtain call in this empty hall. Time takes its toll on us.
No curtain call.
Yes, yes. I have been enjoying myself on this terrific Tuesday. I hope you have been. Got some fashion, got some crafts, got some information, healthy information from Tammy Stewart. Sharon, I'm wishing you all the continued luck. I know I'm going to be bugging you to hook a girl up again because it really did make me feel glamorous and beautiful. And what woman does not want that feeling every day?
Amen.
I just want to be like you, though. Wear things one time. What? Shut up. I will wear Tim's shirt if I can't find nothing
But
to
you
wear.
know what? It gains you a lot of closet space because
Yeah.
you're going to move him out and all your stuff going to be.
Yeah. So tell everybody again how you can be contacted on social media,
My
followed on social media, and contacted for any of your services.
Yes, ma'am. My social media is, my original page is Sharon D. Lipford. LIPFORD. My social media for my business is True Couture Fashions, Facebook and Instagram, and Unclickish the Movement, Facebook and Instagram.
That's what's up. I thank you for taking the time being on the show. I hope you enjoyed yourself and come back again.
did.
We can do
I
a live
will.
fashion show, runway and all.
We gotta do summertime
We
when
do all of
when
that.
we can have some swimsuit models
That's
come
right.
with me.
And that's impressive. You do swimsuits and lingerie too. She's the one stop right there, man. I mean,
Yes,
you can go
ma'am.
get yourself hooked up for the date. Then you can have gifts for your dates, treats for your dates.
Yes,
oh my
ma'am.
gosh. That is what's up. Thank you so much for
Thank
being on the
you.
show. You know, if you are a talent and you love to be on the Queen Silvy Show, we'd love to have you. Hit me up at queensylvia@comic.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Sylvie Starks or Queen Silvy, simply because I don't tweet, or Twitter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bill Smooth.
Yes, you can follow me, Tim McIffin, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. I tweet and I twumble.
I know, but I don't. Sorry.
Sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? But anyhow, as the Queen said, if you'd like to be a guest on our show, drop us a line. QueenSylvy@comic.com.
That's right. Go out and enjoy your terrific Tuesday. Make the most of this day. Tune in next week where we have another amazing lineup of guests just for you.
Indeed. Let's get out of here with Taylor D. Taylor wants to know, what are you going to do when the buzz wears off?
Well, I know what I'm going to do when the buzz rubs off. I'm going to munch. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But it's a great song. Taylor D is here out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. She is on tour right now with Chad Rowland.
Right.
And we both had them both on the show a few weeks ago, performing live. And you can log on to that archive. Go on the website, www.queensylvycomedy.com. Click on the radio link and scroll down. Matter of fact, any of the flyers that you see, if you'd love to listen to those shows, you're more than welcome to simply touch it and it'll take you to that. Or once again, go to any of our podcasts, which is available on any of the available podcasts out there. Simply type in Sylvie Starks. I thank you all for tuning in today. You can go out and enjoy your day, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you all. Until next week, same Queen time, same Queen station.
right.
Peace. We'll holla.
Thank you.
What you gonna do when the buzz wears off? Waking up naked in the parking lot. You got a little mustard on your tater tot. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the buzz wears off?
see if she was looking back to see if I was looking back at her. She had a yellow golden hair. I wanna follow her everywhere. She had this wiggle when she walked. I wanna stop and talk. Well, I was looking back to see if she was looking back to see if I was looking back at her. To see if I was looking back at her. You know that I was looking back to see if she was looking back to see if I was looking back at her.
What's up, man? It's your boy Rob C. And every Thursday from 9-11,